And welcome back. Here we are for the third matchup of the day and the final one of this week. Basic will take on Boosted E-Girls. Both of these teams are 0-2 and looking for their first series win. With me are RJ and Hunted.
Yep. Hello, everyone. Welcome back into the WCBC. I'm very excited for this matchup. And real quickly, before we get started, RJ, it looks like Boosted changing their lineup again. No Michaela this week. It's Alpha, Balthazar, and Vix for the orange team.
And blue, we have the same that we saw last week, Aliba, Boucher, and Cute, which I'm 99% sure is Cat.
We are underway with game number one. We'll see. This is going to be very important. I think the first minute of game one between these teams, and again, neither one of them have a victory on the season. Basic, the closest of the two, taking upper 90 to 5 games last week. Certainly an opportunity for them to get on the board. Here is Boosted E-Girls off to a 1-0 lead. Great shot from Vix.
Alpha on the side, passing it down, Vix just coming up for it. Cat pushed way too far out and Aliba not able to get back in time.
"30 seconds in, it's a 1-0 game. We'll see if Basic can respond here. They would certainly love to find a goal before things get out of hand early on in game one.
Ball almost dropping in front of the Basic net. Boucher taking it out with a pinch against the wall. A spike down into the ground. Alpha up for that. Following it. Aliba beating to that. Vix missing it. Balthazar getting it past Boucher on the wall. Trying to push it up. Aliba puts it back mid. Takes it down to the other side, to the backboard. Cat takes the shot. Little too high. Boucher coming in for the rebound. Balthazar in the corner waiting for that, dribbling it out. Aliba jumping up to snipe that dribble and scoring.
Yeah, Basic on the board, tied up at 1 now, and the pressure very good in the orange zone. I definitely thought that Kat had an opportunity. I was surprised when she put it a little bit too high, but Basic didn't let that deter them. They kept the ball in the zone, kept starving the Boosted E-Girls of that boost. And yeah, we are tied up at 1 with 3:40 left to go.
You're coming off hot with the kickoff, double touch on the back wall, great pass to Cute. Not enough to get it in. Balthazar stops that. Aliba coming in for a rebound off the backboard, dropping down. Balthazar taking that out. Ball kind of stalled. Vix ends up taking it down to the other side. Can't get it past Aliba. She's slowly carrying that upfield. Gets stopped by Bell.
Definitely looks like the Boosted E-Girls are trying to play a little bit more passive in this game than we've seen them in the past. They definitely looking to keep that third player back pretty far, which can be dangerous if you get challenged pretty hard by this Basic team. I think they're a little bit afraid of the offensive power, especially for sure for Basic. But so far it's worked. I mean, they've held them to only 1 goal, and it was off a long offensive opportunity. I like to see this from the Boosted E-Girls trying some new things.
Vix pushing up with that on the back wall. Aliba challenging, putting it right back down to Fuchsia. It is all the way to the other side. Aliba trying to put that in. Not quite. Alpha taking it out through the wall. Fuchsia challenging that midfield. It is bouncing there. Vix gets to it first. Aliba puts it back to the other side. Balthazar waiting. Pass up to Vix if she can get it. Not quite. Fuchsia's in the air for that. Styling past Alpha. Pass right down to Cat. Not enough to score. Balthazar taking that back. Aliba in a tough situation. Getting it out best she can up to Vix. Off the backboard down to Bell. Another drop down. Alpha puts that in.
There we go. Again, we see the spacing from the Boosted E-Girls coming out to play here. They're getting the challenges they need, and they always have a player ready to go to play off of these challenges, and it's because of this kind of passive spacing that we're seeing from them. They're giving Basic a lot to think about in their own defensive zone, and no clear options to find clears, and it's working out for them. I'm really liking what I'm seeing right now from the Boosted E-Girls. It definitely looks like they've sorted out their play style from last week.
A shot on the orange net gets stopped by Vix and Alpha Belts are trying to take that out. Fuchsia over them. Vix stopping that in goal. Alpha pushing up with it. 50 with Oliva leaving it mid. Fuchsia with another push almost on target. Belts are putting it back up. Nobody to follow up. Oliva has it. Past Vix, but not past Belt. A little bump, giving Cat almost an advantage, but Fuchsia backflips, I think, giving Balthazar the goal.
And this one starts because Basic giving the ball away kind of through mid. They had possession, and I don't remember which player it was, but one of the Basic players just decides to clear it down the pitch, and there was at least 2 Boosted E-Girls players kind of just waiting for that clear. You've got to maintain possession, especially against a team that is playing as defensive as Boosted E-Girls are right now. You can't just give away the ball and expect good things to happen, because you're just going to get cleared right back down to your side of the pitch.
Well, so putting that on the backboard, Fuchsia clearing it all the way out. All of Basic following up with that. Another one to the backboard, Oliva not going up for that. Challenging Belt, it is mid. Nobody on Basic ready to challenge that. Vix is taking it up midfield, off the wall, off the ceiling. Fuchsia there to stop that. Balthazar putting it back through. Past Oliva. Cat and Fuchsia back as Vix and Belt push up. Gets pinched out, and this one looks like it's on target. Not quite, it is too wide.
Oh, the double commit.
Nobody gets punished.
Yeah, lucky that one goes in. It was I mean, I talked about how I liked the Boosted E-Girls kind of playing a little bit passively, but there was a very unadvised challenge by the third player from them this time, and for sure, easily over top of her. That cuts the lead to just 1, although Vix will send that one home back to a 2-goal game. And the Boosted E-Girls look like they're going to take game 1 off the back of this kickoff goal. And this is a huge confidence booster going into this series. I talked about both teams being 0-2 coming into this week and how important this first game, this first minute would be, with Boosted taking it and taking it rather comfortably. It didn't look like they were panicking. It never seemed like they were really out of position or unable to make the plays they needed to make. This could be the start of something great for the Boosted E-Girls.
It really could, and it's not the biggest lead, but I'd say it's a pretty big lead for some two, not exactly evenly matched up, but pretty evenly matched up. Both teams had hard schedules coming into the league. That's what led them being a 0-2 coming up to week 3, so...
I will say, though, that for sure was a little quiet in this game. We expect her to make her presence felt all the time, and she certainly had some wonderful touches. But Allie, I feel like, drove Basic's offense for the most part. You can see she had 4 shots. She had both of the goals they scored. Don't know if that's a game plan, if that's just a style thing that's happening right now. It also, again, felt like they were giving the ball away too much through mid, where Basic, so Boosted, got that possession. They got into the offensive zone a little bit easier. But I would like to see Fuchsia kind of come alive a little bit, help out on the offense, because Allie has been trying to pull her team along, and they're going kicking and screaming. We'll see if they can change that here in game 2.
Yeah, I think we had someone crash or leave the lobby.
Yeah, most likely was a crash. So they're going to do their little dance of trying to keep the lobby up for us. We'll see if they can do it. I'm not sure who it was that crashed, but we'll get game 2 underway here soon.
And we get the prettiest map, bless up. It was Oliva, and she is back.
There we go. Everybody ready, game 2.
Kickoff going to the Boosted side. Alpha pushing that through the wall. Oliva stopping it, ends up putting it right back mid. Fuchsia's taking that up. This is a good start so far. Cat trying to score that. Vix putting it off to the side. Bell clearing Cat out to the other side. Fuchsia on the backboard. Nobody for the shot. Alpha trying to push that up. Can't get that dunk. Cat's up for it. It is a pass down. Fuchsia stops that.
Good play there from Balthazar as well. It'll bounce out in front. She's going to put it off the crossbar. Thought that was in for sure, but unfortunately not able to find the back of the net. But good pressure already from Boosted E-Girls, really trying to demoralize this basic team who didn't have a whole lot of success in game one.
Fuchsia pushing up with that, crossing all the way across the boosted net, taking out Vix, but nobody there to score. Alpha pushes it all the way to the other side as retaliation goes back to Fuchsia. Another on the backboard.
What?
Aliba on target, but Balthazar stops that in its tracks, bumping it right up. What a save.
I think Ali wants that shot back 100%. Balthazar had no boost, couldn't get up to the initial touch, lands in the perfect spot, can't make that save. Ali gets her second chance and she'll put it home. But my goodness, a crazy play on the orange side, and eventually Basic walk away with the lead.
Ooh, what a way to start the second game. What a way to put yourself up at the start of the second game. 1 minute, 15 seconds in. Aliba popping that down to Cat, a bit wide. Alpha and Vix taking that out, pinch all the way far out. Fuchsia on the wall, off the ceiling, popping it down to her teammate, gets past Aliba. Tough spot back here. Balthazar pinches it, can't quite get across as Fuchsia's there. Pass to Aliba, not working out. Alpha getting that past Cat, but Fuchsia taking her out. Balthazar coming in off the wall, ball dropping down in front of the blue net. Vix holding it in its place, nobody pushing up Aliba, and Cat taking it out.
Still solid pressure from the Boosted E-Girls. Love to see them trying to hammer home some of this offense. They haven't been able to manage a goal yet in this game, but they certainly feel like they're getting close. They just haven't generated the shooting opportunities. They're getting kind of stopped by that second wave of rotation on the defense. They need to not only get it by that first player, but they need to look for passing plays through mid and smart challenges to get some open shooting opportunities.
Fuchsia coming in and just threading the needle, I think. This play was a result of Balthazar flicking past almost all of Basic. She just turns on that and puts it in.
I'm not sure why Vix decided to just abandon the ball there. I think there was a bit of miscommunication. Nobody able to get back for Boosted. It was a tough play in the defensive zone. Now can they get one back? Vix will score, bar down. 2-1.
Way to come back from that last defensive error. Vix just pushing up off of Belt's pass, getting that kickoff goal.
2-1, 2:26 left to go. A 1-goal lead for Basic now. It might be cut down here. Good save there by Ali right out in front.
Vix pushing up with that again. Another one on target. Cat putting it out to the side. Fuchsia getting it over Alpha. Fuchsia and Cat pushing up. Vix flipping to stop that midfield. A challenge popping it up. Vix has it. Can she follow? Aliba gets that past her up to Fuchsia waiting in the air. Another touchdown right to Belt on the ground waiting.
Whoa, that goes in.
Yeah, that goes in.
Wow. I got to take another look at this. I'm sure it hit off at least one Basic player. Balthazar, yeah, right off a cute. Tried to go up to get the touch to send it away, and unfortunately it's just off her car and in the net. So Cat, unfortunately, will own goal there. We're tied up at 2 with 1:50 left.
Cat with that backboard defense. Alpha coming in for a rebound off that. Aliba taking it out. Balthazar challenging that. It is an arcing goal, almost getting that second touch to put it in. Fuchsia and Cat slowly taking that one out through the side.
Yeah, that's a shot Balthazar is going to want to have back. It was a wide open net, and she just hit it off the hood of her car, right off the crossbar. We stay tied at 2. That's a double commit. Scary there. Good play by Vix to keep that away from the goal. And now Basic, off that miss from Balthazar, certainly look to be starting up this offense. Can they keep the rotation going?
See Fuchsia turning on that, doing some Fuchsia things. Cannot get it past Vix, though, standing steady in goal. Pass out. Aliba steals that and puts it in the upper 90.
This is the danger of Basic. Once they get their offense going and they get into the rotation, they find shooting lanes and opportunities to take these shots. And the Boosted E-Girls have not really had a response when they're on the back foot on defense. That's the 5th shot for Allie, and it's her 2nd goal here of this game. That could just be it to tie the series for Basic.
Almost a shot coming up from Cat. Belzer stopping that. Fuchsia pushing up with that again. 2 touches on the back wall. Pass down to Cat. Everyone missing that. Everyone expecting touches. Nobody really getting them. Shot by Balthazar. Aliba not in the air to stop it. Fuchsia back. Alpha and Vix not getting that. Balthazar taking out Aliba on defense, but puts her in a bad spot to stop Fuchsia's shot.
Yeah, 2 whiffs from the Boosted E-Girls on offense. That will typically spell disaster, and Fuchsia picks her corner there. Solid shot from midfield to put the 2-goal lead on the board. 31 seconds left to go. Basic, they just need to hold on, and that's a great kickoff to start.
Cat pushing up with that. Off the back. Vix booms it out mid. Aliba there to stop it from getting past the midline. Belf with a little bit of a back pass. Fuchsia trying to take advantage of that. Alpha putting it off to the corner. Another cross in front of the boosted net. Cat demoing Alpha in goal. Aliba turning on that for a last-minute shot. Balthazar saving it off to the side. What a play. Ball touching the ground, giving Basic game 2.
Go tied up 1-1 here into game number 3. And it was a great response, in my opinion, from Basic. They got a little bit outplayed in game 1. They turned on the pressure and they kept the ball in the orange zone. And again, it comes down to speed. It comes down to that mid-possession and boost control. And Basic definitely won it here in this game. And that is the key to Rocket League, really, that if you win the boost battle, if you win the speed game, you put yourself in such a great position to look for shooting angles. And that was what Basic did. If you go back and watch that replay, you can see that they open up a lot of the pitch for tough shots for the defense to save. Allie, in particular, had 2 beautiful plays that turned into goals because of that offensive rotation. Boosted, on the other hand, while they maintained offense, they weren't able to get that kind of opening that you want to see these players find for those shots. Maybe that can change with a little bit of bumping plays that you could take from the Soccer Blues book, for instance. Not quite sure what they need to change up, but they need to open up more space on the offensive side.
And thank you for the analysis, Hunted. Sometimes I can't get into looking past the play-by-plays. Thanks for taking me into the metagame. You were right. It is about space. It is about boost. Looking to see what can change for game 3 here. We were pushing up off of kickoff. Cat trying to get that. It is in front of the boosted net. Balthazar taking it out via the side. Can't get it past Future, but she is in their net disrupting. Vix taking that out. Down to Bell. What a redirect. Almost on target. That was incredible.
That was a rocket from Balthazar, just missed. Love to see more redirects like those from all of the players. And that is something that Balthazar really brought in last week. Showed us that she is very mechanical, can make a lot of those plays. And I'm fully expecting to see more of those similar kind of touches as this game progresses.
Cat pushing up with that, dropping down. Balthazar stopping that drop. Aliba pushing up with that back to the backboard. Alpha, bit of a double commit. Cat taking advantage of that, but not on target. While bouncing up and down in the boosted net, gets taken out.
And not punished are the Boosted E-Girls. They have been all over the place on this defensive possession, but they do get to clear. Cat hitting both posts on that offensive, and unfortunately for Basic, they can't find their first of the game.
Cat putting that upfield. Alpha and Belth and Vix up for that. Shouldn't hurt them too much as Aliba's not getting that pushing touch. Future putting it against the wall, putting it on target. Vix putting that to the side. Vix trying to push up with that. A bit of confusion on the Basic part, not enough to score.
We'll see if they can get this clear. It has been a mad scramble in this game for the Boosted E-Girls on defense. Somehow they've managed to keep Basic off the board up to this point. Does Balthazar get this touch? Not quite. Didn't have the speed to beat for sure on that play, and that's a good shot too. But it's a wonder that Boosted E-Girls have kept this game tied, but if they can sort out their defensive issues, their rotational problems a little bit, then they could certainly try to swing this tide here if they can get on the offensive side.
I can see it, especially since we're coming into halftime with no goals from either team yet. That is a testament to some defense. So putting that on the backboard, Vic's not pushing up with it, Aliba taking.
And we talk about boost starving, and that is another key advantage that you get as for sure almost gets that redirect on goal. That when you start a team on defense, as soon as they transition into offense, they don't have boost to go for follow-up touches. I mean, there was a backwall play that could have been made. Vix ended up having to turn off because she wasn't going to get there, didn't have the boost to get up for it.
Another one of those where Boosted can't quite push up as much as they want to, but getting it past Fuchsia, that is a good start to an offensive push. Fuchsia still getting that backboard touch and putting it out. Cat and Balthazar 50ing it straight up and straight back down. Balthazar in a good position to make that shot. A bit of a flop off the ceiling. Fuchsia takes it out. Cat following up with it.
Oh, the demo. This is scary. Good play there from Balthazar to get around that ball to block Ali's shot. But yeah, scary moments right now for Boosted. Will this one go in? It will, just off the post. For sure, getting that opening goal. And this is what I was talking about. Basic had the pressure the entire game, and they finally get a goal on the backside of that. Boosted E-Girls only 2 shots up to this point. They need to find these challenges through midfield to get themselves into shooting position.
Vic's pushing up with that kickoff here. Challenging on the wall, not getting it. Alpha right behind her for it. On target, Cat taking that out. Waiting for the ball to get back to the ground. Not sure who yoinked that boost, but it might be important. Aliva on target, straight to Future and right into the net.
You see people going for these kind of redirects out in front. This one was very important from for sure, and it was beautiful as well. Great touch to get that by that last defender. Sometimes it seems like it's a little bit extra. You don't really need to go for that play, but sometimes it beats defenders in good position, just like that one did. It's a 2-0 lead now for Basic.
Alpha clearing that out. Basic turning on that Future in the air, getting that flip reset over Vix. Just Future things. What a shot.
Finishing off the hat trick as well. Great play. The flip reset, nothing Vix is going to be able to do about that. She was turned around in goal, couldn't turn in time to make the save. And if you're boosted now, game is a bit out of reach. 47 seconds left to go. You've got to score 3 goals. If they get a kickoff goal here, I would still give them a shot in the running. Vix is going to push that one wide. So, yeah, I definitely think if you're the orange team now, you've got to take a bit of a page from the Pasadena playbook and talk to your team. Really come up with solutions to the problems that you have been having these past 2 games, because they don't have any more time to figure out this Basic team.
Balthazar trying to take that out. Ends up being another pass to Future, and that is her 4th goal of the game.
4-0. Yeah, a bit of a misplay there from Balthazar. I don't think she needed to rush that touch. I think she felt a little bit of pressure coming down from the Blues side, but either way, it's not going to matter too much in the grand scheme of things. And this is what I was talking about with for sure. We expected her to make an impact in this series. She has certainly done so now in game 3, and will put her team in the lead 2-1 heading into game number 4. I still like what I see from the Boosted E-Girls. I think they just got away from their offensive play a little bit too much. Mm-hmm. I think that they started out very passively, and they were winning challenges, making Basic give the ball away through mid. And now all of a sudden, Basic have kind of solved that problem. They themselves are being more aggressive. They are playing well through mid, making sure they have all of the boost whenever those midfield boosts do spawn. So It's a good response to how Boosted was playing, and now it's time to see the orange team do the same thing.
Yeah, it seems like this game was a result of Basic just playing phenomenally. Not that Boosted was playing any less good than usual, just Basic popping off. The past 2 games I've loved seeing Oliva like take control of the game and, you know, show us that she can be a striker too. But gotta love Fuchsia and those clips, especially now that she is taking up her usual spot as a top scorer of the team. Very happy to see that.
And 6 saves there from Boosted this game as well. It's a good stat to have saves. I mean, you obviously want to save shots that come on net, but it can also be like a bit of a double-edged sword, right? You don't want to be making a ton of saves during these games because you're on the defensive quite a lot. But that's the thing about the Boosted E-Girls is that this game easily could have gotten out of hand way earlier, too. I mean, Basic were playing very well. They were in the offensive zone for quite a while, but the defense held for a very, very long time from Boosted. If they could keep that same defense going and just generate a little bit more on the offensive side of the ball, this could very easily be a 5-game series.
I can see it. Game 4 kicking off. Gets put onto the Basic wall. Alpha pushing up with that onto the backboard. Vix up for the shot. Spikes it right down and into the net.
Yeah, this is a really smart play from Alpha to use the back wall this early on into the kickoff. I mean, you know that Basic isn't going to be ready for that. Nobody has the boost to be on the back wall ready to play that, and all Vix has to do is go up and get the touch. She does so beautifully. Really smart play for the Boosted E-Girls to start this game.
Fuchsia taking that along the wall around the corner. Vix spiking that down to take it out. Cat trying to push up with that for a bit of a rebound, not getting that second touch, and Belkzor's taking it out. Belkzor on Aliba back. Aliba taking that out of the corner. Alpha back, trying to stop that before it can become a problem. Belk coming back to take care of it. Another Cat rebound push onto the backboard, but nobody on Basic ready to push up with it.
Cat using her positioning there too to draw the goalie out for a minute. It almost worked there as Allie was coming across the box there. And that's what you like to see. It doesn't have to be a demo. It doesn't have to be a bump. You can just harass somebody, kind of get your car right up next to them, force them out of the play even. And it's so very good in this current meta to use that physical presence your car has on the enemy pitch. And we're seeing Basic try to incorporate it. They haven't been able to use it quite yet in this game, but look to see them get a little bit more physical as time ticks down.
Fuchsia and Vix mid. Vix getting that off the top of her. Aliba jumping up just in time to save that tough position. Good push by Vix. Another Vix push onto the backboard. Belk not getting that last touch, and Cat taking that opportunity push up to Fuchsia onto the backboard and straight down into the goal. Just Fuchsia thing.
Yeah, that's a wonderful goal for sure. Beautiful second touch to give her the angle she needs there. Car control on point, and you've got to give credit to the pass as well. Cat, great pass through mid to give her that opportunity. It's 1-1.
Vix taking that off the wall onto the backboard. Almost getting that second touch on the way down, but not quite. Alpha coming in on target. Fuchsia taking it up, flying up with Cat, and right into the net.
And now this is a little scary for the Boosted E-Girls. Things were looking good early on, but 2 quick goals from Basic will put her in her team in the lead now, 2-1 with 3:04 to go. This kickoff going to be important because they just gave up a goal on that kickoff. They can't afford to let Basic do whatever they want off these kickoff plays. Again, they're going to be in their own defensive zone. They've got to maintain control and start to bleed out the boost here from Basic.
Fuchsia onto the backboard. Belth and Alpha taking that out before it can become a problem. A little bit of a traffic jam in the corner here. Vix eventually taking control and taking it out. Tough challenge with Cat. Aliba taking that from midfield to the backboard. Alpha stopping that, following up with it on the wall, down to Bell. Right out to Cat, and Fuchsia has the ball. That seems like a dangerous thing for Boosted. Not quite. They're able to stop that offensive push. Vix up for it. Bop down. Aliba to Bell. And it is safely in the Boosted corner.
2 minutes left to go. Basic still out to a 1-goal lead. We'll see how they kill this time. Don't need another goal. Would certainly like one to give themselves a little bit more breathing room as time is ticking down. But right now it's all about maintaining possession and keeping these touches away from any orange players.
Alpha taking that opportunity shot. Fuchsia stopping it, but still a good push. Almost a goal. Vix with the insane backflip save. What a good move.
Yeah, that was almost a very, very unfortunate goal against for Boosted, but Vix comes through in the clutch. Now she's got to do it on the offensive side of the ball. We'll see as time's ticking down, 75 seconds left on the clock. Can they find the equalizer to bring us into overtime? Here's another double. That's off the post for sure.
Belstar taking that out through the side, past Cat, almost across. Fuchsia flipping the wrong way, but nobody expecting that strange whiff in goal. Vix with another push. Aliba puts it out to Bell. Bell puts it in.
I thought Ali had that one. She just misreads the shot from Balthazar. A bit of a break there for the Boosted E-Girls, and they will take that. Yeah, just a misread from Ali. Unfortunate there. But we're tied up 2-2 with 53 seconds left to go, and you couldn't ask for a better position now if you're Boosted.
Fuchsia pushing up through corner for the kickoff and just putting it in, dribbling past everyone.
And this is why I said it's so hard to bet against for sure. She's so quick, so fast, and so mechanically skilled that it's just impossible for the Boosted E-Girls to stop her there. She picks up her hat trick, puts her team back into the lead, and has been the difference maker in this series for Basic, especially if they're able to take it here.
Aliba pushing up with that Belstar, back left corner, stopping Fuchsia's push. Another flick over Cat, over Aliba, but too high. Does get over everyone. Still a good push.
Yeah, it was a beautiful move Balthazar had around for sure as well, and she might get another opportunity. Just missed it out in front. But yeah, the move from Balthazar nearly worked, but with 15 seconds left, it needs to work now. They've got to get out of the zone, and they've got to find another opportunity to score.
Last 5 seconds here in front of the Basic net. Vix and Alpha both trying to get that so close. Wow. That is the game to Basic.
And Kat, what a clutch play. Picks the ball up over 2 players in the pinch as well to finish the game, finish the series. Well played by Basic. The 3-1 victory over the Boosted E-Girls, but it was close. It really felt like this could be a 5-game series. But it's so hard. How do you play against an MVP like for sure for 5 straight games and come out the victor?
How do you play against the best Rocket League player in Ireland and come out a victor? It is not easy. Drea is a beast, as people in chat are saying, and you cannot feel bad for losing to her because she is insane.
Well, the team, Basic will move to 1-2 on the season. Unfortunately for Boosted, that will drop them down to 0-3. And now, I mean, the second half of the season is going to be very important for both teams. Obviously, they've got 4 games left. You need to make the most of it if you want to move on to those playoffs. I think if you're Boosted E-Girls, there's no more room for losses. Week 4 has to be your first win, and you can't lose from there.
That's right. Well, what a series there. What a matchup. Boosted put on a good show, but Basic, for sure, just amazing. So we will be right back. Hopefully we get an interview with them before we close out the stream, as again, our 4th matchup of the day will be played next week. So stick around.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the WCBC. We've got for sure from Basic here for the interview. First off, congratulations on your victory over the Boosted E-Girls. How are you feeling after that one?
Yeah, it's really good. First win of the league. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that kind of leads directly into my next question. It was your first win on the season, and I know that this team kind of formed for the WCBC. How's it been getting to learn these players and coming together as a team?
Yeah, no, it's like, yeah, they're like my best friends in there, and it's just great that I get to team with her, and yeah, it's just really enjoyable playing with my best friend.
Very cool. I know that it's been a rough start to the season. What is the mentality typically coming into these? Are you normally confident? I mean, you took upper 90 to 5 games in week 1. We all thought that was a wonderful match to watch. It just seems like a little bit of bad luck those first couple of weeks, but has the mentality changed over time, or are you guys still confident and happy?
Yeah, we're very pumped now. It was the 2 best teams we versed at the start, so yeah. Fuck. The 2 best teams are out of the way, so we have like a good bracket for the rest of the league.
Something I love as a huge fan of all of you is seeing your on-field chemistry and passing plays, and the cutest thing ever is your teammates are in chat right now cheering you on.
Oh
it's so adorable.
Oh,
it's
so
so
adorable,
good.
yeah.
It's so cute. It's so pure.
Well, RJ, did you have anything you'd like to ask?
No, I just want to say GG's.
GG's. It's really
Well,
fun.
I did have one more question before you go, if that's all right
Yep.
with you. Next week you've got next week you have the Scarlet Wings, which, talking about another top team, it's going to be a difficult matchup. Are you confident going into that?
Yeah, we're pumped. We won this, so we can do it again next week.
Well, there you go. Scarlet Wings. The call has been made. I can't wait for that match. It will certainly be a lot of fun to watch, as you guys have improved over the season, and the Scarlet Wings always dangerous, of course. So thank you again for coming in for the interview, and congratulations once more for your first win of the season.
Thanks. See you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for watching this week. I'm pretty sure Pretty mentioned it. I don't know if we mentioned it too much throughout the broadcast, but this final match that we normally would have is being rescheduled for the end of next week. The Scarlet Wings and Kayazi will play at the end of the stream next week. So we're going to have 5 matches next week, 3 this week. So that is going to do it for our broadcast here. We'll probably come back just for a little bit of a wrap up, but we appreciate you coming out and watching, and we can't wait to see you next time.
All right. Thank you so much, Hunted. Thank you, Sure, for coming in for this interview, and RJ as well for interviewing there. This is going to wrap it up for the stream. So I am Pretty, and I would like to thank everybody for coming out here on behalf of Crimson Wings Entertainment. We always enjoy doing this for the Women in Rocket League. We love doing this for the Women in Rocket League. Of course, do !charity to donate for the Diabetes Association. And thanks everybody for coming out. Stick around next week, and or come around for next week. I'm losing my words. That's all right. Anyway, we're going to find somebody to host, so that's going to be fun. Stick around for that. We're going to find somebody real good. But thanks again. Have a great night.